Alrighty, what's up my peeps? Got a late night here at the shop. A little behind on orders right now, so figured I'd put in some overtime. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can on a sign that I have for this beauty salon. It's called Chingona Beauty, and yeah, I think the sign itself isn't too hard. It is gonna be a pretty decent size, like 3 feet wide, and with LEDs and everything. So it's gonna take a minute to like cut out and assemble, but should be able to get it done hopefully by tomorrow, and hopefully even install tomorrow. What I did in advance already was I 3D printed the trim. Let me show you. This is like the trim that follows the contour of the sign, and this is where I put the LED lights on so that it shines evenly throughout the whole sign, or throughout the back of the whole sign. So that's ready to go, but I need to cut out the acrylic, assemble it together, and yeah, let's see how far I can get through tonight. Right now it's already 9:10 p.m. Had a pretty hectic day, busy-ish day. 3D printing a lot today, and yeah, time just flies, man. But we out here, gonna put in a nice session. But yeah, all right, so first things first is I have to set up my actual print files. This is what they're looking like right here. This is the sign, but in reverse. And these red marked squares, those red rectangles, that's where I'm gonna put the mounts. And so I cut it in reverse and I mark exactly where the mounting locations are gonna be. All right, so here we are. I have it pretty much how I want it. So now I gotta load up my material and let it rip. So I always get asked, what is the biggest sign I can make? Well, my machine is 2440, which means it's 24 inches tall by 40 inches wide. But because I can remove the front little sheet metal here that normally goes here, I can cut in multiple passes, larger sheets. So as you'll see here, this is sheet of acrylic. It's 1/4 inch acrylic. I believe it's matte black on one side and glossy on the other. Yeah, this is a matte side and glossy. For this side I want it glossy in the front. But yeah, this sheet is 4 feet tall by 40 inches wide. So whenever I go pick up material, I have them cut it normally to this size, because I can have it kind of sticking out of the machine a bit. That way I can cut it in sections if I need to. So if I need to make a sign that's 4 feet tall by 40 inches wide, I can cut the first 2 feet that fit inside of it, mark it, slide the material in. I can take off the sheet metal on the other end, that way it goes all the way through. And then I cut the next 2 feet of that sign after I line it up to the marks. But for this sign, it actually all fits within the boundaries, since it's 3 feet wide by about 15 inches tall. But my sheet is still bigger than that, so this is usually what I do. I had to take off my laptop off this laptop stand, and I use it to make sure that the acrylic is nice and flat, so it's not flopping. Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, there we go. The cool thing about this machine is that, let me show you, to make sure my focal point is at the correct length, it actually does a nice little sequence. It has sensors on there that detects once it touches, and it does an autofocus on the Z axis. So right there, it hits it, backs up a little bit, And that's focused up right there. But yeah, I use this stand here just to get under the acrylic so that I don't get this arch down here. And it's a nice, straight, clean cut. This is what we got. And I can close it just fine. Next, it's a quick little time lapse of the actual cutting process, which I'll take on my phone. So while the acrylic is cutting up, we're gonna have a little chat with the camera. And it's been a little minute here since my last YouTube video. I do want to make this a habit and show you more behind the scenes stuff of what it takes to make signs or keychains or decals, stickers, all that. But yeah, the main issue I've been having is kind of a good issue right now is I'm getting a good amount of orders come in, which is awesome, because the last video I remember saying like that I didn't have any work, so I was just working on like cleaning up the website and working on more content, right? So it's kind of a bad cycle of like I have no work, I work on content, then I get work, and then I totally abandon all the content, YouTube and Instagram Reels, all that. So it'd be good to have them both simultaneously building the business up, right? I'm constantly putting in work on the orders, also staying on top of the posts, and the orders just keep coming in the more I post, because posting, at least for me and what I do, when I post it, I do get a lot of like messages and DMs of like people asking for prices and stuff, and if I can make them stickers or whatever, t-shirts. So it goes a long way of posting. As far as the YouTube, the last video I didn't promote it because I was still kind of like shy about recording myself. Like the whole video was me kind of yapping about that, but I'm getting over that type of fear, I guess. It's still a little weird. It's still gonna take me forever to edit this video, but the more I do it, the better I'll get. And this one I think I'll actually post to my story and tell people to give it a look and subscribe to the channel and stuff. It's really like the time management, right? Like even when I have orders, which I hope to always have something to work on, right? Even when I have constant orders coming in, I have to set a chunk of time aside to record and to edit, because yeah, it's very critical to do that in business. More people can hear about me, and honestly I enjoy it too, so may as well keep it up. The laser just finished cutting. Let's check it out. So here it is, at least the back piece. Pretty decent size. Right here, this is where all my mounts are gonna go. So that whole little process right there is just so that when I cut out all the letters, the backside is gonna have the 3M double-sided tape. And that's what I'm gonna use to attach it to the other piece of acrylic. And then I will use cardboard as my template so that I know exactly where each letter goes. So this is my setup here. I'm gonna have the letters. All that should fit perfectly into this piece of acrylic. Time to cut. This is like the satisfying part of the sign making process, is placing all the cutout pieces perfectly into their spot. Boom. There's all the trim. And then the lights wrap all the way around it. And that's all she wrote for tonight. So here we are the next day.
all I did here was glue on the trim and then attach the LEDs. And here it is, looking nice and beautiful. I'm very happy with how this sign turned out, and I'm pretty sure my customer will love it. So here's a few more close-ups, and that pretty much will wrap up the video.
Thank you guys for joining me. Sorry if my energy and voice is low. It's literally almost midnight, but appreciate you guys and stay tuned for more content here. Peace.